Well, if he won't come out, I guess we'll just have to go in.
The Red Garden? No one's ever been in there.
And I'd say it's about time someone did. And payback is gonna be fun.
Nothing like gnomes on the big screen. Gnomeo and Juliet, it is now playing, but is it a see it, rent it, or skip it? Movie critic for Fat Guys at themovies.com, Kevin Carr, joining us this morning with the answer. Sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet with lawn gnomes.
Sure. Yeah. It tells the story of Romeo and Juliet with lawn gnomes and less death. It's rated G, so it's a cartoon. You can take the kids. It runs about 80 minutes long, and it's cute. And that's the thing. That's really what makes it work. It's cute. Actually, Elton John produced it, and they have his music throughout and that sort of thing.
Good.
Yeah. My only problem is it doesn't seem to be predicated all on the pun of the movie.
Right.
The name and it all kind of fell from there. But you know, I took my kids. You're in and you're out. It's in 3D. It looks really fun.
Yeah.
And cool. It's not as good as Pixar, but it's not like on that level of a direct-to-video.
Well, and so many of these animated features are good for the children and adults. Is this one of those movies adults will enjoy this as well, or no?
It definitely has references that only the adults are going to get.
Okay.
And so it does kind of play a little bit to a wider audience.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So what do you think? We should see this, rent it, skip it?
You know, I'm gonna say rent it because it's not at the highest level of quality of animation that you're gonna see, but it's still
so
it's
don't spend the money on it when it's not that great.
Yeah, unless your kids, you got to get them out of the house.
Right, which we can understand, especially with all these snow days, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so next is Just Go With It, starring Jennifer Aniston, Adam Sandler. I love Adam Sandler. I love Jennifer Aniston. It's kind of a romantic comedy, although some people are not calling it a romantic comedy.
Yeah, I mean, it works in that romantic comedy sense. It is Valentine's Day weekend, so you can take your sweetheart to that. You know, you're going to be better off doing that than renting I Spit on Your Grave or something like that. But this one, Adam Sandler stars as a guy who, what he does is he wears a wedding ring and tells women that he's married and in a terrible marriage, and that's how he gets one-night stands, falls for a girl, and then gets Jennifer Aniston to pretend to be his soon-to-be divorced wife. It's a stretch. I don't think that will work. I'd like to try that at the club sometimes. I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I would think that the rings are a no-no, off limits.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not very well written. It's a very typical of the recent Adam Sandler stuff. I like his either old school stuff. I like some of his dramatic work. This one, it's just kind of, it doesn't work. It doesn't fit.
How about the two of them, though, together? They seem to be really good friends in real life. How does that work on screen?
Yeah, well, Adam Sandler's a really nice guy. I mean, everyone loves him. Everyone I've ever talked to says he's a great guy, and so nothing against him. Jennifer Aniston doesn't have chemistry really with anyone, except maybe David Schwimmer back on Friends. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of hers. So yeah.
I saw her on The View yesterday. I thought she did a really great job. But
sure, I'll take your
everyone has their own opinion, and that's a good thing. So what do you think? You're saying say it, rent it, skip it?
Well, my opinion is skip it.
Skip it. So you're saying don't go with it.
Don't go. It's sort of like Grown Ups last year.
Okay.
They'll probably make money.
Just Go With It is a don't go with it. All right, next, The Eagle, a Roman war movie. Yeah. It's pretty violent, right?
It definitely has its violent scenes. We haven't had a good sword and sandal movie for a while, and it's not like Clash of the Titans with monsters or whatever.
Okay.
So it's about this Roman soldier who goes into northern Britain to try and retrieve a golden eagle, and it's him sort of traveling the land with his British slave, and it of course takes place back in the Roman Empire, and it's very gritty, and it's pretty hardcore at points. It sort of reminds me of Pathfinder. It's not as good as something like 300, but you know, if you really like these sort of epic war movies, this one works. It's not as wide and epic as it could be. It's a little more personal, but it's interesting.
And starring Channing Tatum, who I adore, but they're saying he had kind of a bland performance. Do you agree?
He always has a bland performance.
So you're saying skip this one?
Yeah. Well, no. This one's a rent it.
Oh, a rent it.
Yeah, this is a rent it.
All right. So we've got some good stuff here. Yeah. Kevin Carr, we're out of time. Really quickly, though, we want to talk about a special event in Columbus. They're showing the Oscar shorts at the Gateway. Tell us about that in 5 seconds.
Oscar-nominated shorts, all 15 of them, documentary, live action, and animated, at the Gateway, 3 blocks. You can go see them. They're all great. Go check it out.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. Back to you, Lee.